All right, stand comfortably, keep swinging the arms quite wide, and then let the arms just flop around the body. Also, lovely movement for the spineless. Relax the jaw, deep breaths, looking side to side if that's okay. If you're feeling a little dizzy, just stay looking forwards. Okay, so we're coming into a few more balances while we're still standing before we get down onto our mat. And we're going to do this to work some strength into the legs while we've got our balances, which already brings strength into the legs, but we're going to do this dynamically, so with movement, and then statically and holding the position. So the legs are wide, just wider than your shoulder width apart. Your toes can be pointing out to the diagonal as well. Hands to the hips to start. Now we're going to keep the toes down for now and just shift over all the way to one foot. Pick up the other heel, toes are still down. And then we switch. And we switch. So there's a lot of work in the ankles. You're lifting the heels. Notice your torso. Try not to lean over to the sides. We're keeping it upright. And the cylinder of your torso is just shifting from one foot to the other foot in its length. Shoulders relaxed. Breath is still smooth. The belly is still responsive. Okay. Now please take a level as we go that suits your body. You don't have to keep going up and up and up with me. But if you want to, we're going to add on a little bit more of a lift so the toe comes up and we switch. Now try to do this on an exhale. So you engage the core, pulling in the tummy. Breath in to switch, exhale to pause. In to switch, exhale. It's a quick breath cycle. You can take your breath in just before you move as well. Torso is still upright. So we're using quite a bit of momentum to go from one side to the other side. Check your shoulders. Okay, now we're going to slow this down so we can have a little bit more balance. Right, pausing a little bit longer. So you want to make sure that that foot is working. You should feel the foot muscles work a little, especially if you're on quite a soft mat or carpet. Okay, try to keep those legs wide so we're not just having the legs underneath us. That'll be a bit too easy. Cool, check those shoulders. If you want to take a break, please take a break and then join again. What we're going to do next is to pause for even longer and with the free leg do some movement. So meet on your one side. Lengthen up the spine, and this is already a challenge to balance here. Now the foot that's lifted, straighten that leg, let the toes point in slightly so your heel is up. Lengthen up, take a breath in. Just the leg pulses out. 10, 9, 8, 7, check your shoulders. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Control your transition to the other side, so not too fast now at all. First, find your balance, lengthen your torso, toes point forwards, heel out. Breathe in, shoulders down. Let's go for our 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, check your breath, and 4, 3, 2, well done. Last one, good. Come all the way back. Now standing on both your feet before we take another set. You're going to bend your knees. So you can take a wider stance if you like. I'm getting ready to sweep my arms up. So you're bending your knees now and lifting your arms. Your tailbone is pointing straight down. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Good. Now when you breathe out and you straighten, just squeeze your bum muscles together a little. In and out. Lengthen that exhale and squeeze. Good. In and straighten all the way to the glutes. So you're coming up with the arms and then down, squeezing the glutes. Inhale. Now pelvic floor lifts as well, for those of you who can activate that at the same time. Exhale, bum and pelvic floor lift. Good. We're doing 2 more. So lift, exhale, lift the glutes, pelvic floor and arms, and glutes and pelvic floor. Nice. Well done. Relax the shoulders. If your legs are too wide, just bring them back to where they started for our side-to-side steps. And now we're just going to go to the one side and balance there, and then take our leg movement. Okay, so here I am all the way above the foot. I'm not leaning over with the shoulders or sticking the ribs out. Core engaged, lengthen spine. Hands to hips or out to the side. Now you're going to start very small leg circles. Think of your heel leading out, not your toes. So we don't want that action with the leg. Toes are facing forwards, even slightly in. Carry on going. The leg circles don't have to be big at all. Now you're going to change your direction. And this is challenging for the rest of your stabilizers around the core area and around the glutes, because this leg is doing a lot of wobbling around on purpose, of course, while the rest of you has to stabilize. 2 more. Okay, and we're going to switch over. We're coming to stand, nice and smooth on that transition on the other side. Lengthen, find the pelvic floor, find the core. Let's get the heel to lead out, and you're doing those legs. Keep them small, slow, controlled, rather than just doing a lot and big for the sake of it looking good. Okay, keep the control here, keep the stability. Notice if the side's any different to the other. Change direction. Good. Think of everything still being nice and active around the center line. Shoulders relaxed. 3, 2, 1. Step wide. We're going to be doing those knees bending and straightening. So maybe take the legs out even wider now. Let's first just have that bend, squat. Tailbone straight down, not sticking out behind you. So tuck your tail and lift your arms. Here we breathe in. You can even look up now. Exhale, slow and controlled. Straighten the legs, engage the glutes and the pelvic. Inhale. And exhale, slow. Lifting everything towards the belly button. Inhale up and exhale. Now when you inhale up with the arms, you can relax the belly. And when you exhale, pull everything in towards the spine. Good. Inhale and exhale. And it might be nice just to touch the lower belly as well to remind yourself what you have to do there. Squeezing the glutes as well. Let's do 3 more. Straight legs. Good. Inhale, bend. Exhale. Nice. Last one. And all the way back. All right. Relax the shoulders. Keeping the legs wide now. We're not going to go back to single legs. We're going to stay on both legs. But you're going to bring your toes in at the same time. Then your heels in at the same time. Then your toes. And then your heels. If I show you with my hands as well, it's toes, heels, toes. My feet are touching. Let's reverse. Heels, toes, heels, toes. All right, your hands can be on your hips now. You're going to carry on going. So go to your speed. You're trying to move the legs at the same time, keeping the knees straight, unless there is a little bit of tension in those knees. And you can just soften them. By keeping the knees straight, we're actually moving the intrinsic muscles in the hip sockets. These deeper muscles in the sockets here that often get very tight from sitting. So these movements here that move the bones of the legs as we're doing this with the feet, move right up into the sockets. Okay, we're going to make this our last one. Bringing the feet back together. Nice little balance challenge as well. And we're going to end off with those toes facing forwards. About a fist between the feet, otherwise 2 fists. You can also hold on to something if you want. Shifting the weight to the toes. Now keep the spine lengthened. You're going to lift the heels and the whole body goes up. Now keep the heels lifted, bend the knees as if you're sliding down an imaginary wall. Heels are still up, shoulders relaxed. And then straighten all the way up. And slowly lower the heels. Let's take 3 seconds, 2, and 1. We're going to do that again. Here's it from the side. So you shift the weight first forwards, then lift the heels, nice and controlled. Let's take a breath and hold. Keep the heels high, slide down the wall, bending your knees. Keep everything lined up, moving forwards. And then we're going to straighten those legs again and slowly lower down. So this will start to strengthen into a lot of the foot and leg muscle at the top. One more time, shift forwards and lift, lift, lift. Now as high as you can, if the feet are feeling okay, slide down that wall. Make sure the knees are lining up forwards, especially those that have any knee niggles. Straighten up again. Keep the legs straight and slowly lower. All right, we're going to do one more here before we get down to the mat. Just shake out those legs. Now if you remember any of these from the sequence we've done standing, next time you find yourself getting up from your desk and you go to make a cup of tea, or even when you go to the toilet, whatever break you take, just stand up and do a few of these. You can just do a little leg out to the side. You can do a few of these. You can just do some heel lifts, whatever it may be, just to get some circulation into the legs.